So we'll be looking at business modeling, how we basically um it's also part of things we do when we are doing consulting in business analysis. We try to model a business. And modeling a business is basically looking at key areas of the business, right? In helping the business understand how what it should be doing, who it should be partnering with, the customer it should target, the kind of customer it should target, the value for each customer, the channel of communication and relationship with the customer, how it's going to generate its revenue, right? And also, last of all, the cost structure. What will be the costing? What will be the costs requirements for that particular business? These are the things we look at when we are doing business modeling. So we are basically setting up a plan for the profitable operation of a business. In business case, we are making a case, a justification to prove that to prove if this business idea or this business initiative is going to be profitable or not, right? By the time we're able to develop the business case, or should I say, justify that this business idea is profitable, it should be important for us to build a business model for that business idea. And in doing that, we are setting out a plan on how the business can profitably operate itself. The business model tells us how the key drivers of the business perfectly fit together. So we are looking at the revenue sources, the customer base, the products, and details about its financing, how it's going to generate, how it's going to be financed. There are different types of business models that we have today. We have the advertising, we have the concierge or customization, we have the affiliates, we have the brokerage, we have the marketplace, we have the pay as you go, we have the subscription, we have the premium, freemium, we have the franchise. So many business models that we have today in the market or in the industry. But let's look at the top 10, or should I, sorry, top 5 most common business models that we have today. Number one is subscription. What subscription model does is that it's in this business model, the consumer or the customer or the users get charged a subscription fee in order to have access to the service of that business. A good example is your cable TV, DSTV, StarTime, Flow TV. You pay a subscription fee in order for you to have a 1-month access. Another one is also your data bundles. You pay a subscription fee in order for you to have access, right? Then another example is also your utility bills, your NEPA and waste. You pay, you subscribe, and then you have access to, you exhaust your access, right? Then we have the marketplace. In marketplace, what we are basically doing, or what happens in marketplace business model, is that the business that is in the marketplace model builds tools and builds tools and platforms that would easily bring buyers and sellers together to do business. A good example is the e-commerce business, which is Jumia, Amazon. They build the platform that will allow merchants and buyers to be able to come to a trusted platform like Jumia or a trusted platform like Amazon. The merchants would advertise or publish their products, and then the buyers would patronize, make an place and order. Another one is the like of Airbnb, right? Airbnb don't have any property. The property belongs to people, hosts, people that want to, rent out or let out or short let their properties. And then they build that Airbnb platform, that marketplace platform, that will allow hosts and guests to come together to have a meeting point to do business freely and smoothly. Another one is also Uber. So Uber don't have a single boss. Like what I mean, there's no single boss on the road that was purchased or bought by Uber and given to drivers. These are basically So when I said both, right? Vehicle or cars. These are basically cars that are owned by individuals who sign up to the Uber platform as a marketplace in order to have access to the pool of riders or requests from riders. So Uber is basically building a platform that will bring um, riders and drivers together to do business. Then we have the freemium model. What the freemium model does is that the freemium business model gives away part of the products or services for free, and then they charge for premium features or services. A good example of this is LinkedIn. You know, you can use LinkedIn for free, but if you want much more enhanced and much more improved service from LinkedIn, or much more efficiency with your use of LinkedIn, you can subscribe to its premium services. So some businesses use the premium model as part of a business model they use to make profits or make revenue. Then we have the advertising, which is one of the most popular and oldest form of business model. What advertising does is it involves creating content that people want, or content that people want to read or people want to watch, and then display advertisements or display adverts for the viewers or readers. An example of this is YouTube, right? So many companies or businesses are advertising on YouTube on a daily basis. And that is why if you're not using YouTube Premium, if you're using the freemium version of YouTube, when you are watching a video, I doubt if you watch any video on YouTube that you not see any adverts, either from Bolt or anything or any brand. That is because people are leveraging YouTube to advertise. So YouTube also uses advertising as a business model to generate revenue, right? And then we have the franchising. Franchising is what the likes of Mr. Biggs does. And what this involves is you give out a recipe, or you're selling out a working model of your business to another person or to another business for them to set up their own business. What do I mean? For Mr. Biggs is a franchise in the sense that if I want to start a restaurant or an eatery business, instead of me naming it Up Trust Eatery or Genesis or G's Place, and seeing that if I should name it that, I might not be able to stand the chance of competing with the likes of Chicken Republic, The Place, Booker Hut, and the rest. I might choose to go with an established brand like Mr. Biggs. Then I can go and get license or purchase the Mr. Biggs franchise, which will allow me to brand my business as Mr. Biggs, get the recipes to prepare my meal with the recipe that Mr. Biggs will use to prepare their meal. So I can have my own Mr. Biggs, but it's a franchise of the main Mr. Biggs, and same as McDonald's. Let's look at business model canvas. But before we do that, I'd like us to give examples of businesses that uses subscription, marketplace, premium, advertising, franchising, just one company per model, anyone. I like both of us basically. So first, Mitchell, then Ackman. Let's see this first. So Mitchell, give an example of a business or a company that does subscription model, another one that does marketplace, another one that does freemium or premium, another one that does advertising, and another one that does franchising. Are you there, Mitchell?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, for subscription, businesses that use subscription.
But
Yeah, business like property center.
Okay.
That you have to subscribe to be able to list for people that list
Your properties.
So, yes.
Okay. Awesome. Then marketplace.
Marketplace. Charge the fee. Don't think of any. Let me give an example of what's the other one? Premium.
Do you know of Netflix?
Oh yeah, Netflix.
So Netflix does subscription, right?
Okay.
Does subscription. Netflix is also some kind of marketplace, right? Where movie directors and producers publish their movies on Netflix, and viewers like you and I get to view.
Mm.
Instead of going to the cinema or going to the CD store to buy a CD for a movie, you can Netflix basically brings viewers and producers
So like
providing
DS.
the DSTV. No, DSTV is basically subscription. Not
Yes, subscription.
that's why DSTV have what they call it now, Showmax. Is their movie streaming business. We also have the likes of Spotify as well. Spotify uses both freemium and premium. You can use Spotify for free, right? So that you'll be a lot of advertisements in your or adverts in your music when you're streaming your music. When you purchase the premium version or when you subscribe, you can listen to music without adverts. So there are several businesses that we can give examples of their business model. Ahmad, can you just give it a try?
When it comes to subscription, the telecom companies comes to mind.
Okay.
Then marketplace, we have something like ClickBank,
Okay. What does
Jumia, and so on and so forth.
what does Clickbank do?
Yes, ClickBank is a marketplace where where sellers are allowed to list their digital products and other e-commerce products, and people go there to buy either digital product or physical products.
Okay.
So when it comes to freemium, there are many. Even Gmail is also a freemium because they
Yeah.
have free version, and then you can also upgrade to Google Workspace.
Okay.
So advertising, I will go for YouTube.
Okay. You don't want to go with Facebook or Instagram that is popular. There's a lot of adverts
Of
on
course,
Instagram.
of course, you are right.
What is that?
Yeah. So for franchise, we have something like all these subhanallah, I've forgotten it.
I
This
don't
they sell what do they call it? These medications like Tianchi.
Okay.
Yes, like Tianchi and the like. So they have,
Okay.
and fried Chicken Republic is also a franchise.
No, it's not a franchise.
Really?
Yeah, it's not a franchise. They don't do
Okay.
franchising. You can call it a franchise like a business, but their business model is not franchising.
Okay.
Yes, and it's not franchise. So the likes of Tianchi, what they do is they do license. They give you the license to sell their drug, they sell their products. So you may
Yes.
be an accredited or a licensed distributor.
Yeah.
So they use
Yeah.
licensing business model.
Licensing.
Yeah,
Okay.
they use
Okay.
license as a business model. Okay, thanks for the attempt. Thanks, Mitchell, as well. So let's go to the last segment of business model, which is looking at a tool that we use to build business models. We use in creating or developing business model, which is business model canvas, BMC. BMC is a popular tool and it's very great and it helps us to understand a business model in a straightforward structured way. Using the PMC will lead to insights about our customers that we are serving, about what value propositions we are offering, and through what channels we are offering those value propositions, as well as how we're going to be making money as a business. The PMC has 9 key pillars. Number 1 is value proposition, customer segments, key activities, key resources, revenue streams, cost structure, delivery channel, customer relationship, and key partners. I'll explain all of this in detail when as we look at the template or a typical structure, template of a business model canvas. So this is a template of a PMC. We have, everything starts with the customer, right? The customer segment, which helps us to understand which classes which classes are you creating values for? That what kind of customer class or segment are you creating value for? Remember when we are looking at market analysis in business cases, we looked at customer segmentation, right? So what segment of customers are we creating value for? What target audience are we creating value for, right? And then we look at the value proposition in the sense that what are the core values that will be delivering to our customers? So if we've been able to identify that our customer segment is professionals, right? What value proposition, what value are we going to be giving or delivering to those professionals as they use our products and services? Which customer needs are we going to be satisfying, right? Then we look at customer relationship. How do we get in touch with our customers? How do we support? How do we ensure that our customer successfully uses our products and services? These are the things we consider in customer relationship. Then we have the channels. Under channels, we're talking about through what means would our customer, use our products? How can they see or, make use of our products? If you look at like Jumia has web platform or website as a channel through which you can access Jumia services. If you look at DSTV have mobile channels you can use to access their services. If you look at the likes of Netflix has both web, mobile, even TV's channel that you can use to access their services. So we need to be able to identify what are the channels through which our customers be able to make use of our products or to have our products in their hands. Then we have the revenue streams. Under the revenue streams, we want to understand for what value proposition would our customer be willing to pay for? And 2, what or how much are we going to be charging our customers? And for what are we going to be charging them for? And how much does every revenue stream contribute to the overall revenues? For the key activities, what we're basically doing in key activities is to understand what are the tasks or activities that we will be doing in order for us to satisfy our value proposition to our customers. So what are the things we need to be doing on a day-to-day basis in order for us to meet our value proposition that we promise our customers? For key resources, we're also looking at what are the things we have as a business in terms of assets, or should I say liabilities as well, that we have as a business that would help us to effectively perform our activities to meet up with our value proposition. And then for key partners, we are looking at businesses outside of our business, suppliers, vendors that we can partner with in order to ensure that we deliver on our promise to our customers. If we tell our customers that we have online payments as part of our service, that means we have to look out for online payments providers, service providers, like maybe PayPal or Paystack or InterSwitch or Swift or Stripe that we can integrate or partner with in order for us to provide that online payment services to our customers. Then we look, the last one is looking at the cost structure. So what is the cost of partnership? What is the cost of our activities? And what is the cost of our resources? These are the things we consider under our cost structure. So let's take a look at sample business model canvases for popular businesses that you know, starting with LinkedIn. For LinkedIn, the customer segments are professional users like you and I, recruiters who want to headhunt professionals, advertisers who want to advertise their products and services on LinkedIn, and third-party developers that want to use the LinkedIn API to build or integrate their recruitment platform. For value propositions, looking at professional users, LinkedIn is offering professional users the ability to build contacts, that is network, the ability to build their own brand, right? You can talk about yourself on LinkedIn and people can see before LinkedIn came into reality. If you want people to know about your professional accomplishments, you most likely have to send your CV or resume across to them, or maybe hold a town hall or a meeting or event where you talk about your professional accomplishment. But you can actually put all those things out there on LinkedIn for people to see without even having to request your permission to see it, for you to see. So it offers professionals ability to build their own brand. It gives them a free service, and previously it offers SlideShare, which is like a repository of immense knowledge base on different industries and domains. But now SlideShare is they've kind of made SlideShare a business of its own. For recruiters, it offers recruiters ability to view multiple resumes or CVs from different professionals at once. It gives them convenience. It gives them effective tool to effectively recruit or make a decision on who to proceed for that particular recruitment. For customer relationship, they leverage their direct network effects. They also have a customer support team and the indirect network effect. For channels, they have their self-serve platform, which is the LinkedIn mobile app or the LinkedIn web app. For revenue streams, they charge for their talent solutions. They also generate revenue from their marketing solutions when people place marketing on LinkedIn. They also generate revenue from their subscription, premium subscription, when people subscribe to their premium services. For key activities, what LinkedIn does is to develop the products, or should I say maintain and improve the products, hire and retain, protect their intellectual property, and also develop more network effects. Key resources are the LinkedIn platform, their intellectual properties, their staff, their network effects, their algorithm that helps them to ensure there's effective recommendation for recruiters and professionals. Then key partners for LinkedIn are companies, universities that want to advertise, also universities that want to teach in LinkedIn Learn, content providers for their LinkedIn Learn as well, influencers that want to promote the brand, marketing and sales application partners. Then for cost structure for LinkedIn, we have cost of developing the products, cost of sales and marketing, cost of administrative cost, or should I say general and administrative cost, cost of revenue and depreciation cost. Another business, excuse me, another business that I'll be looking at the model is Uber. You guys will say I talk a lot about Uber, right? So let's take a look at Uber. For Uber, they have two customer segments, passengers and drivers. For passengers, the value proposition for drivers is that one, it gives drivers ability to start with ease, so they can start as easy as possible. Those days when we have the hire purchase model where I can buy, I'll buy a car, right? And then I could look for someone that is going to drive that car for me and gives me a daily return or a monthly return or a weekly return based on what he has driven. And we have an agreement that if you are able to deliver this amount within this time frame, the car becomes yours. So then for you to start a hire purchase business, you go through a lot of protocols, a lot of things. Even for you to get when you buy a car, before you can get a driver, is a lot of work. But today we have a lot of drivers on the Uber pool or Uber platform that you can buy a car and then sign up on Uber to be able to get across to those that want to drive your vehicle, right? So it is easy to start. Opportunity for drivers to earn at their convenience. During the time of hire purchase, you just can't decide when you want to drive and when you don't want to drive. You know that you have a target to meet, one, and two, the owner of the vehicle will tell you that by this time every day I needed to bring back my car. By 8 o'clock every day, I want you to bring back my car. My car shouldn't stay outside beyond 8 o'clock, right? But when you are doing Uber, right, you have the opportunity to choose when you want to earn. Some Uber drivers will tell you that the most profitable time of their business is at night, on Friday night or Saturday night or Sunday night, because that's when people move around a lot for programs, for clubbing, and social events. For drivers, the value proposition has to do with safety and security, has to do with convenience of movement, has to do with the opportunity to also pay easily, conveniently as well. Customer relationship is through their Uber platform as well. Then the channels is word of mouth, media coverage, and the Uber app. Revenue fee streams is that Uber charges ride transaction fees. So transaction fees for each ride, I think they charge about 20% per trip. And then license fees and also Uber Eats that allows people to advertise and deliver their meals to their consumers. For key activities, we have platform development and enhancement. We have marketing and sales. We have communication with drivers and partners. For resources, we have their network effect, the platform, that is the app, their technological talents, their algorithm that they use in matching drivers to riders, and also formulating the price and also the time it to take for that trip to be completed. Also their brand image. Therefore, key partners, they have drivers, lobbies, investors, and other partners that they partner with, even insurance companies. They partner with insurance companies to ensure that those cars are well insured. For cost structure, we have customer acquisition costs, we have legal and settlement costs, insurance costs, research and development costs, lobbying and compliance costs, platform maintenance costs, infrastructure costs, and customer support. Then the last one we'll be looking at is Airbnb. Airbnb have two main customer segments. We have the hosts and the guests. For the hosts, the value proposition for the host is that it allows them to simply and securely publish their properties. It allows them to make an extra money. Imagine living in a 4-bedroom flat apartment, and you and your family, you're only using 3 rooms out of the 4 rooms, and the other room is just there, lying fallow. You might decide to make money off the other room by shortletting the 4th room to anyone through Airbnb. You also have full control. There's professional services and there's communication. For the guests, you're able to save money instead of going to hotel to pay huge fee for good property. You can actually pay less for a good property. It is easy to browse. You can find spacious properties there. You can choose from a variety of properties. It provides you with unique experience, and also it assures you that you get to see background information about that particular property. For revenue streams, in terms of Airbnb, we have the host fee, which is about 3 to 5% they charge. And then for those that are for travel agencies, they have travelers fee as well. For key activities, we have platform development, sales and marketing that they do, protecting sensitive information, managing bad behaviors and risks, which is customer management or relationship, maintaining customer service. Resources for Airbnb is a mobile app, millions of properties that are listed on their platform. They consider that to be a resource as well. Then for key partners, we have the hosts, we have the investors and insurance companies, we have professional photographers, and the rest. Then for cost structure, we have platform development costs, we have infrastructural costs, we have cost of capital, we have insurance costs, regulatory costs, we have credit card processing fees as well. So that brings us basically to the end of the session today. I don't know if you have any question based on business case modeling. Business modeling rather, not business case modeling, business modeling.